There is one thing I judge myself about every single day. I've been teaching for more than 15 years. And one of the things that I judge myself on is that I remembered one time I taught people not to sleep. I told them, don't sleep. Why do you sleep? Men are changing the world. As a motivational, I told them, men are changing the world, you are sleeping. When men are changing the hands of time, when men are writing their names in gold, you are sleeping. I will go further to tell them that if you sleep 8 hours every day, by the time you are 50 years, you have slept for 21 years of your life. So we use all those exotericism, and I regret it now. Because, please, if you can sleep, sleep. If you can make it 8 hours, make it 8 hours. I used to lampoon my brother here a lot. I used to lampoon him. And then it's supposed to be it's usually a conversation of mockery. I said, why are you sleeping? I said, doctor, it's late now. Doctor, it's late now. You know, we had that back and forth with that conversation. But today, I say I envy you, right? Because it's something I want to learn now. So if you are here in the past, I've misled you. Please, I am sorry. Wherever this video gets to, post it on YouTube. If you've seen my video and I misled you, forgive me. Please sleep. Take care of your health. Eat healthy. Damari sent me a video. So Damari sent me a video and said, doctor, is this your elder brother? Like, who is this person? Is this your elder brother? I said, no, that's me 4 or 5 years ago. She said, this is you? And she couldn't even believe it. If I show you my throwback, you So please take care of your health. Sleep, eat healthy. I mean, it's very, very important. It's very, very important. So we've learned a lot today. I don't think I want to delve into what we have. Though what we have today is actually something very peculiar. Stoicism. I'm not sure I've heard that word before. Stoicism. Being a Stoic. Just put the slide, just put it there. But what I intended to share today is something very, very important. Stoicism is like a concept where you separate what happens to you and stating that is not who you are. That is, you separate an event from your identity. The ability to do that is what makes you a Stoic. Though there is an extreme version of it, okay, where you are emotionless. You don't feel anything. That is not the extreme we're going to. That's not the extreme I intend to talk about. But Stoicism is a very important tool that you must have when it comes to emotional intelligence. Can we say the word together? Stoicism. Yes. Let's say one more time. Stoicism. Yes. Please, I may not touch it much, but I want you to go do your proper research about this. And I think I should have recordings online. Years ago, I saw this in Benin about 3 years ago, sorry. So there are recordings online. It's separating self from the storm. Move to the next slide. Let's quickly see what's there. Move to the next slide. Let's see what's there. Okay. Please, let us celebrate Pius. Because, please, let's celebrate Pius. Celebrate Pius. He got us this. He said, instead of go forward, go backward, you are here. You be the one to control it by yourself. Thank you so much for this gift. So, a lot of people confuse Stoicism because when you hear the word Stoic, it's a philosophy actually. And people believe that when you are Stoic, you don't feel anything. That is, they can just say your grandma just died and you are there. You feel nothing. And that is the extreme of it. But that is not what we want to talk about here. The concept of this Stoicism is that Stoicism is not the absence of emotion. Neither Stoicism itself is the government, meaning the governance of what? Good. Can we say that again? Stoicism is the governance of what? Emotion. Good. Now, it is the sacred ability to pause between what happened to you and what you choose to become of what happened. Can I say that one more time? Stoicism is the ability to pause between what happened to you and what you choose to become because of what happened to you. Move to the next slide quickly. Oh. Is in my control. Is it? I'm sort of taking it there, right? Anyway, wow. So Stoicism teaches a deeper law. What happened to you is and what? What rises within you is an. What you choose to become is your. I think we can just be reading like this and you'll be getting it. Hope it's self-explanatory. The event is not you. The event is not you. The emotion is not you. The reaction does not have to become you. You are the one who observes, selects, governs, and directs. Let's run. Now, we took this, I added this because of what Father Abraham has always been telling us all the time. So I decided to add it. Emotion without the E becomes what? Motion. Then I've created a word for that E. And the word for that E it means equanimity. So without equanimity, which is equanimity, it means it's a word of inner balance, tranquility. So if you remove equanimity from emotion, you see yourself running in motion, which means that you are reacting without reflecting. So I feel this, but I am not enslaved by this. So Stoicism is not saying that you don't feel the hurt. It's saying that though I feel it, I am not enslaved or imprisoned by that feeling. The ability to separate yourself from how you feel. It's not saying you are not feeling it, but you feel it, but you are now in the seat of the governance of your emotion. When equanimity is removed from emotion, a person enters motion without mastery, according to Father Abraham. They begin to move because anger moved them. They speak because pain pushed them. They act because fear commanded them. So which one are you? Do you move because of anger? Do you speak from pain? Or do you act from fear? This is why many people do not truly make decisions. Their wounds make decisions through them. No time to explain. Now, further elucidation. Now, there's another aspect of Stoicism. Many people live as victims of circumstance. And what Stoicism will do to you and for you is to help you understand that you're not a victim, you're a victor. Can we say together, I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. Now, if the weather is bad, their mood has changed. If people praise them, they feel valuable. If people don't praise them, they don't feel it. Like they give so much power to what is not within their control. That is why we live in a generation where there are a lot of depressed people. That if nobody praises you, you don't feel that reward. Was it in our master class yesterday where someone asked a question, why am I always obsessed with people's opinion? And I told her, or him, I don't know who asked the question. I told her, I said, the reason why you are like that is because you always, if every time in your life, if people didn't clap for you, you don't clap for yourself. So anytime congratulations comes, it's always from others. You don't glorify yourself, you don't congratulate yourself. So your mind is not used to personal glorification. So if it doesn't come from someone else, it is not real. And you build your mind like that. Now, if people reject them, they feel worthless. Just like that. If they lose money, they lose peace. If someone insults them, they lose control. And there are people like that. Do you agree with me? Yeah. Let us not even say that people like that. We are like that. Let's not take ourselves from the equation. Yeah. We are like that. So the ability to not give so much control to what is not within your control is Stoicism. Who got that? Should I say that again? The ability not to give control to someone or something that is not within your control is Stoicism. That is, I am not in control of the weather. I will not allow the weather to control my emotions. That's what it means. I'm not in control of what you think about me, but I will not allow what you have said about me affects me. That is Stoicism. But there's an extreme to it, which I don't want us to go. There's an extreme. There's a time for question. There's an extreme to Stoicism. Now, Stoicism challenges this way of living. It teaches that external world may affect us, but it does not have to rule us. Between what happens and how we respond, there is a space. That space is where character lies. Let's run. Now, look at this. The dichotomy of what? Control. When you come to that point in life that there are things you can control and there are things you cannot control, there will be so much equanimity and tranquility in life. You will have so much inner peace and inner balance. There are things truly you cannot control. You are not El Shaddai. Or else you will die. You're not El Shaddai. There are things you must understand that it is, the ability to differentiate this, to create that dichotomy and discrepancy will give you enough inner equanimity in life. Because let me tell you, the things that cause you sleepless nights are things not within your control. The things that is luring you towards depression, frustration, and all these things, it's not in your hands. And now you are frustrated. Now, let us talk about the things that are within your control. Can we run through them? Number one, your thoughts. Hello? It's within your control. Your judgments, your choices, your attitude, your effort, your discipline, your values, your response, your honesty, your preparation, your willingness to learn. These are the things within your what? Now, let's talk about the things not within. Because of time, I don't want to talk about them individually because of time. Now, the things outside of your control, other people's opinion. It's not within your control. You can't control how people see you. As a matter of fact, people see you from the reflection of their own lens. Do you understand? So you cannot control this. You cannot control other people's action. You can't. There are things you cannot control. You cannot control the weather. I've seen people get sad. Let me not say for trivial reasons. You are sad. It's raining. You plan to do the laundry, and now it's raining. Now, you have allowed that to dismantle your whole... Like, how do you give so much power to what is not within your control? How do you give so much control to things you cannot control? Stoicism is teaching that instead of handing that power over to things you cannot control, reclaim it. There are things you cannot control the past. You can't. You can't. You cannot control the past. The past is history already. If you focus on the past, there's only one place it takes you to. If it's an ugly past, there's only one place, depression. If you are worried about the future, there's only one place it takes you to, anxiety. And when humans are focusing on either the past or the future, guess what they are missing? Present. Not knowing that this present today can turn to a past. So let me tell you the problem with humanity right now. The problem with humanity is that we are conscious and obsessed with the past and the future. Nobody cares to think about the moments. And that's it's crazy. Tremendously crazy. You cannot control the past, you cannot control the economy. You cannot control unexpected delays. You can't control it. You're in an airport, you can't control, no matter how you shout, the plane will not arrive sooner. Like there are things you cannot control. And the moment you come to that realization, the more peaceful life becomes. You cannot control natural events, outcomes after we have done our past, the timing of other people's decisions. You cannot control these things. Do you agree to what I just said? Yes. Let's run because of time. Now let's take a quick test. Get your sheet, everybody. No, it's your own personal test. You're not submitting it. No. No. In fact, if you are here, you wrote you wrote the test. Good. So everybody there, I want to give you a good news. There are people graduating today. Woo! There are people who are going to, receive our certification and become ambassadors of Might Engineering. So they took an examination yesterday. How was it? Was it refreshing? It was refreshing. It was tough. Jessica, it was sweet. All right, please, everybody, just quickly get a sheet, or you can. You need a sheet, or will this test allow you to use your notes? Or you can get your phone. You can use your phone. Let's do something real quick. Okay? Much of human anxiety comes from trying to control what cannot be controlled, while neglecting what can be controlled. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you all to do. You may not do it now because of time. But I want this text is to ask you to write one current stress what is currently stressing you right now. So you can do this. I will not give my peace to what I cannot control. I will not turn failure into identity. I will not let fear become my master. I will not let anger speak before wisdom. I will practice courage when life is difficult. I will practice justice when power is in my hands. I will practice wisdom when emotion is high. I will live with discipline, gratitude, responsibility, and inner freedom. Put yours together for yourselves. One of the things I know that I needed time to talk about, that I know we do not have the luxury of time to talk about, is how you should see adversity. I wish I had time to talk about that. There was a time in the Roman Empire when Rome conquered everywhere. They needed more generals in different locations. In Persia, they conquered Troy, they conquered this. It was too much. They needed, and then the emperor came out and said, bring all the men that has fought wars for us. Bring them here. And they gathered. He said, we need more generals. All of you strip yourself. Take off your clothes. He saw men with bigger bone frame and bigger body mass standing stripped and naked. And the emperor was walking around. He was pointing, you come out. You come out. He was selecting his generals. And they saw some lanky, some not looking like they. And then some of his council and his senators asking, what metrics and rudiments did you use in selecting these generals? He said, I'm looking for men with scars. They have fought wars. They've seen battles. He said, I'm looking for, so who knew or who is aware that one day your scars will be a requisite mark for an open door? Sometimes your adversity has an advantage. Sometimes that rain falling that day, avoiding you not to go to that meeting, has its own advantage. But I know you want to cry about it. You ironing that dress and then the dress going, you just punch your dress and then everyone wants to let loose. You see, there's so much I would have loved to tell you about adversity. There was one day when we newly came to Abuja. You know, we didn't know, you know the story I'm about to say? No. Okay, the one we passed FRSC. Oh. So that day I intentionally told him, Hobart is going to be a great day. You know, we teach it, practically the things we teach. So that day I was affirming, it's going to be a great day. So we had a meeting at the Federal Ministry of Education. So I don't know, we parked there, we entered. When we came out, we didn't see our car again. Secretariat, yes. When we came out, we didn't see our car again. At first, me and Obed and I, we stood. Is he here or there? We didn't look into Abuja, so is he here or there? I said, it's there. I knew Obed said, doctor, this thing is here. I remember this place. I said, no, maybe it's there. We walked around looking for the car. When some people saw us and said, what are you looking for my car? Oh, where did you park? Oh, see, in fact, when they told us that road safety seized it, if we see the south, we leave. The joy that, it was seized. Let's go there. But you see, the whole thing, in the midst of everything, is going to tell you, it was so hard for me. Because that was the only car we moved from Benin. After that was the only car we brought in from Benin to Abuja that I was using then. So I told you, it was terrible. Just imagine thinking that your car just got lost. And it's here. And I'm telling you, it took so much courage to maintain my stance that today is a good day for me. I'm telling you, in that heat of that moment, I told him that today is a fantastic day, regardless of what had just happened right now. We even felt that the car was stolen. But I was telling him that, I kept on saying it, today is a fantastic day for me. This will not affect. You know, sometimes, let me tell you, let me just say this as I close. Sometimes, the day that beautiful miracle would arrive, a test of faith will show up. There is always a test before the spelling of the word testimony. Yeah. Yeah. So you may self-acclaim that day is going to be a very good day. That is the day the test shows up. And because you are a feather in the wind, you don't understand emotional intelligence. You kill him, and you just become. You live the frequency of your testimony and dwell in the level of your tests. You never get to see that. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, be emotionally intelligent. Thank you very much. That was part 7. Part 8 is going to be next week. If there's enough time after doing part 8, I would love to touch part 7 again. Does that make sense? So we can streamline some activities. If there's enough time after this, we'll touch a little bit of, because Stoicism is very important. Separating what happened to you that is not your identity. The ability to separate it is golden. Now, next we're going to be seeing cinematic case studies where it's going to be like a movie, but the audio is going to be perfect. When eating triggers dictate human destiny. I'm going to show you real-life experience. You're going to see real-life experience, a visual section on how unchecked emotions and their consequences. Learning from real-life emotional fallouts. So we understand that we don't always learn from a textbook. Sometimes the most profound emotional reprogramming happens when we watch a life unfold like a movie. Can I show them? Can you move to the next slide? Let's play one of the videos. See? Can we play one of the videos? Good. Now, this is 2 South African teenagers. This clip is just 10 seconds. Play, just play. That was it. She's gone. She's just like that. Yes, she's gone. She's gone. She died. This video, you've watched this video? Now listen, everybody. Listen to me, everybody. Hello, everyone. We are going to see a lot of emotional fallouts and the consequences. It will help you understand. You will see a video of someone fighting with a conductor. It was gone. Over 200 naira. You know your rights now. You want to fight for your rights. You're going to learn a lot next week. And after that, we'll go into we'll just touch a little bit of this right now. That is all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.